Hi, today we are going to discuss the topic is how to create an unlocked package and how to deploy. So before we are going to start our class, let's have a great quote. Your hands may do the work, but your mind can remain still. You are that which never moves. What we are going to discuss as part of this, we are going to discuss what is package in simple words and what is unlocked package and what are the prerequisites for creating an unlocked package, how to create an unlocked package and install. So what is package? Package is like a container, okay? And you can fill with the metadata. It may be Apex classes, it may be reports and dashboards, it may be Visual Force pages or Lightning components, whatever the metadata you can migrate from one Salesforce arc to another Salesforce. And what is unlocked package? Salesforce offers different types of packages. And unlocked package is one of that. Unlocked packages are especially suited for internal business apps. Unlocked packages help to organize your existing data and package an app and extend an app that you have purchased from App Exchange. Unlocked packages follow a source-driven development model. What it means, the source of the truth of the metadata contained in the package is your version control system, not what's in an org. Okay, that means you can create a package. Okay, you can create a package from the components or from the metadata component from your version control system. You don't need to have a Salesforce user interface for creating unlocked package. So let's see what all the prerequisites we have or what all the prerequisites we have to do or we should have for creating an unlocked package. First thing is you have to enable a dev hub. Okay, it will be in real time, it will be in our production arc. Okay, normally you can enable dev hub in developer edition also, and you have to enable unlocked packages and second generation managed packages. I'll show you that how to do it. And install git for cloning or for getting the information or for getting the metadata components or for getting the project information from your repository, and install Salesforce CLI on your computer. That means you should maintain your Salesforce CLI on your machine, and you can use your VS code also for executing your commands. Okay, for executing SFDX commands for creating the unlocked package. Now we are going to see one by one, step by step practically. Okay, first thing is how to enable DevHub and how to enable unlocked packages and second generation packages. So first thing is you just open your Salesforce org. If it is if you have production arc, yes, production arc. Otherwise, developer edition anyway. In our example or in our session, we are using our developer edition, that is Salesforce org anyway, Salesforce textbook org. Now in quick find under setup, just search for DevHub. Click on this. And here, if it is not enabled, see here, it is already enabled here. I enabled previously. So that's why it is already enabled. If it is not enabled already, you have to enable. Okay. And here, enable, this is the another option. Enable unlocked packages and second generation managed packages. This is where you have to enable this. Okay. It is already enabled because we already enabled this enable in this org. Okay, so once it is finished, then you have to authorize this dev hub from your command prompt. Okay, so how you can authorize this? With SFDX commands. To do or to work with SFDX commands, what you should have? You should have or you should maintain or you should install Salesforce CLI on your machine. Then only you can use SFDX commands. So check whether you already installed or not. Once installed, then you start it. Now I already installed VS Code also, and I already installed SFDX also. So for testing whether you have SFDX or not, just you can do this. Okay, see, and you can do like this also. So this is how you can check anyway. So first thing is prerequisite is first you have to enable DevHub and unlocked packages and second generation packages basically. Then you have to install Salesforce CLI. Okay, even you can install before ahead also, and you should have Git commands also. I mean Git installed on your machine for getting the information, for getting the project information from GitHub. Okay, now let's authorize a DevHub here. First of all, so for that command you just need to do this. So here DevHub is just the alias name I gave. You can give any name. So just use this command sfdx force colon and web colon login. See -a, that is alias DevHub. Now it asks you to log in. So you log in to a Salesforce instance where you enabled DevHub and unlocked packages. Our org is Salesforce Textbook org. Now I am trying to authenticate it. That means I am authenticating our DevHub here. Okay, Salesforce Textbook. Okay. Yes, it is authenticated successfully. Let's go back to our VS Code. So I'm going to execute all commands from here for now. See here, all sfdx commands I'm going to execute here. See here, it is successfully authorized DevHub, that is Salesforce Textbook org, where we enable DevHub and unlock the packages. Now I'm moving to D directory, CD directory. Okay, and I'm going to clone the project from our GitHub. Let's see. So I have a sample project in my GitHub. If you observe here, I'm not using any Salesforce user interface for creating unlocked package. We just enable DevHub in Salesforce instance. Now, if you see, this is my sample project in my repository, that is Salesforce Textbook repository. And here, sample project is there. In sample project, I have one application. See, this is a test app, and Ara, I don't have anything. And classes, I have 4 classes along with the test class, and then pages, right? And do I have tabs? Yes, I have one tab. Save account, contact tab. Okay, simple package I have now. So now I'm going to clone this, right? So for cloning, just click on this code one and copy this. Okay, you can use git clone method. So here I am cloning the project from GitHub. Okay, in your case you may have Bitbucket, but the command is same. Okay, so here let's go back to our VS Code here and git clone. See, it is cloning to D folder, right? Now it is successful. Now what I am going to do, I am going to open this from this VS Code. See here, file, open recent, whatever. See, let's open this. Now open folder. What is our folder? D folder, right? Let's go to D folder, sample project. Now if you observe here, I have VS Code, configuration file, force.com app, application, test app. From where we got it? From repository, right? Classes, pages, and on flexi page anyway, we already have that. These kind of things I have, pages and tabs. Now, next what we have to do, let's see. So next one, let's see what we have in project JSON file. Okay, we should have this for sure. It will be there or by default. Let's see. Still, see here we have this. Right here, path is force app. That is our folder. This is the folder. Okay, and default true and namespace. No namespace here. SFDC login URL. Anyway, now what next? So until now what we did, we enabled DevHub and we authorized DevHub and we cloned a project from where we want to create unlocked package to our local folder, and I opened that folder from VS Code. Then I'm going to start creating the package. See here. For creating the package, you just need to use this command sfdx force:package: create, and then you can give package name, okay, and description, and then package type unlocked. You have to specify this, and path, okay, from which components, force app, and no namespace because we are not going to create any namespace here. Target devhub username. Our devhub username is alias, right? Alias I created devhub. You can use your username also here. Okay, so but it should be the arg where you enable devhub and unlocked packages. Okay, so now I'm creating test unlocked. Okay, and I'm just giving this one. It's a description, you can give anything, but this is important. Whatever you give, package name, and everything is same now. So I'm just taking this command. Done. Now if you observe, it is going to create a package. Along with that, it is going to change something in your project JSON. So previously you don't have this, right? Package aliases. Once you create a package, then this command adds a package aliases here. Okay, here this is the package name, so whatever you give here, and this is the package ID. Okay, once you create a package, then what is the next step? You have to create a package version, then you will get the installation URL. Okay, let's see. See here, package version. So while you are creating the package version, so in this command you can see force:package version create, okay, -p test package. This is what, okay, here in our case test unlocked. You have to use this. Then it creates the package version from this package. Okay, and if you observe here code coverage, so this is optional, but whenever you want to promote this package version, that means when you promote a package version, then it becomes a release version. When you are not promoting, still you can install your package into any organization, but it will be beta version. Okay, but when you want to promote and become, to make it a release version, you always need to use this code coverage thing. Okay, then it automatically calculate the code coverage percent and it is ready for promoting your application. Anyway, now I'm using code coverage also here, and if you see, this is a k -k. K represents key of this package version. While installing this package version, it asks you, okay, it asks you to enter this key as a password if you are installing this application from user interface. Otherwise you can install the same from here also, from command also. Anyway, let's see one thing. Now I am going to create a package version. So package version, and wait 10 minutes basically it is. but within 10 minutes it will be completed. Once it is completed, it doesn't wait for 10 minutes. Don't worry. We are just giving a time that. So now let's see what is going to happen. See, it is saying the package test package isn't defined. Okay, because here in package aliases we have test package unlocked, test unlocked, not test package. We have to replace this test package with the test unlocked. That is the package name, right? So let's see. What is the name? Test unlocked. Test unlocked. Okay, done. So let's wait for some time. Meanwhile, it is very easy to create unlocked package. See, if you observe here, I am not creating anything, or I am not trying to do anything on Salesforce user interface. I just cloned our repository project to my local arc, I mean local mission, and then I created a package from that, and I am creating a version. So let's wait for some time. And one more thing, for unlocked package, for now you can't include post installation scripts. Okay, that is a limitation. It is queued. It is showing right current status queued and then initializing. See, still it is initializing. It's in progress, you can say. So once unlocked package is unlocked, I mean once this package version is created, then it gives you installation URL. See here, now it is verifying metadata, whether it has all the metadata or not, whether there is a problem with the metadata components or not. And even it checks the code coverage also, because I added code coverage here simply after dev hub, if you observe in sfdx command. Yes, now finalizing the package version. See how easy it is. It's just a command. Now it is going to create a package URL. So basically, when we have a package URL, if you remember about the first generation packages, if you already worked with the unmanaged and managed packages, when you create a unmanaged package in Salesforce user interface with the components what you want, then it generates a once you upload, it generates a installation URL. But here, when you create a package version, then it generates a installation URL. See here. Now I am going to install this from user interface. How it looks like. See. So here I didn't promote it, right? Remember this point. I am taking this. See, it is asking password. Password is our key, installation key, what we defined while creating a package. So, but it is showing a Salesforce textbook, right? But I want to install in a separate login. You can change this. Otherwise, let's close our Salesforce textbook simply. We don't need this now. Now, let's close this also. Again, let's make it. Now it is asking logins, right? So now I'm going to use our latest org. So this is I created for package test only. See here, test demo. And then it is going to ask the password. So it is the Salesforce verification code, not the package one. So 69 verify. Now it will ask, or it will prompt to provide a installation key. What is our installation key? Let's see here. Test 123, right? See, this is the installation key. Take this and paste here. Now it is going to install. Say published with Salesforce Textbook and app name is test unlocked. We are installing. Yes. Now we are installing package from user interface. Okay. Once package version is created, see, if you see beta version number, beta, if you say 0.1 something, see, if you see beta, right, and it is not released because I didn't promote this package, right? And when it is installed now, right? Now what is going to happen? See here, let's see whether our package came or not. See, I mean our app came or not. See here, test app, it came. And this is the tab, save account count app, and you have your Visualforce page also. So, and now you can do that, as you can use this unlocked base mostly for internal apps you can use. But when you promote, what is going to happen? It will show as a released version here. Okay. Now you saw how to install from user interface, right? Let's install the same from SFDX commands after promoting. Okay, after promoting also you can install from user interface. Let's see from command itself. For now, what I'm going to do, let me uninstall this, or let it be. Let me uninstall just for see here, I am deleting test unlocked. Now I have nothing. I have nothing, right? Under installed packages. Now how to promote this package? See here. Once you create a package, okay, and let's see the changes. What you see here. Once you promote a package, if you observe here, see, once you create a package version, if you observe, it created a package version here. See, test unlocked 0.1 point like this and ID, right? Now what you can do, you can promote this package. How? See here, by using promote. Okay, while promoting, what you have to use, you have to use the package version created in our SFDX project JSON. This is test unlocked 0.1.01, this name, right? So let's promote here. What is the name we have to take? This name. Instead of test package, test unlocked. Let's see what is going to happen. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are promoting our package. Simply that means we are converting our package as a release package. See here, are you sure you want to release a package version? You can't undo this action once you release. Okay. Once you release, you can't undo this action. So if you want to release again, you have to change the versions and everything, everything, everything. Okay. See here. Now it's promoted. Now you can install from sfdx command also. Before promoting also you can install. We already saw from user interface. Now let's see how to install the same package from sfdx command. So to install that, first of all, you have to authorize your org or instance from VS Code. Okay, where you want to install this package. Let's authorize. Control Shift P. Authorize an org. This one. And what is that? Package demo org. So what is our org? Simply take this. Package test demo and password. This is where we are going to install, right? Simply. Hello. Now what I did, I just authorized this org where we want to install our package. Because I want to install our package from sfdx command through VS Code. See here, it is authorized successfully if you observe. Now I'm going to use install command. See here, you can see install command. See here, sfdx package install, wait 10 and publish wait, and package, you have to change this package version name with package unlocked, key is same, okay, and alias, okay, our target org is, this is the one, package demo org, right? This is the one. See, package demo org. Is it? Yeah, package demo org. Let's take this command. Let's do this. So now it is going to install. If you observe here, I'm using the install command along with that package version name and the key test1234 and the org alias where we want to install this package. See, it is in progress now. Yes, it is installed, successfully installed package. Let's go to our org here. This is the org. Okay, test demo. If you observe, see, package test, right? Go to setup and installed packages in quick find, and then see version number. Now it is not beta, it is released, right? That is why you don't have beta here. So once you have unlocked package in your org, as it is unlocked package, you can change the metadata also in your org because it is isolated. So let's go to Visualforce page which we installed. So through this package, see here, you can change, edit, whatever you want, you can change. So if you want, you can add something. Welcome to unlocked packages. See, I just added this point. Preview. You can see this. See, welcome to unlocked package. That's what I added just. So whatever you want, you modify. That means it is very flexible. You can install easily by unlocked packages between different orgs. And the major advantage is that you don't need to depend on the Salesforce user interface. Instead, you can depend on your source of truth. I mean, your code source of truth, that is your version control system. And you can have that project into your VS Code with the SFDX commands. You can have package. right? You can distribute, and even you can create dependencies also between these packages. Okay, this is how you can create unlocked packages in simple steps. Okay, explore more. I'll give you links under this video description. All the best. Okay, please subscribe to Salesforce Tech Book.